So today we are going to discuss the array and linked list implementation of a binary tree. In the last lecture, I talked about some basic concepts regarding tree and binary tree. I will continue all those some basic terminology, and after that I will discuss the array and linked list implementation of a binary tree. So just like in the last lecture, I talked about the binary tree, its definition, that that in each binary tree we will have a root and left subtree and right subtree. And that left subtree and right subtree can be empty also. So in other, take this example, we can see here, this is the node A, B, C, D, E, F, like this. So one terminology like successor, we say left successor and right successor. Suppose in this example, you can see B is the left successor of A. Left successor of A. Similarly, D is left successor of B. Here F is left successor of E, and so on. Similarly, this H is right successor of C. This C is right successor of A. So this term you should understand, just like in our real life, we know that every child is successor of the parents. So we use this term also. So if it is left child, then we will say left successor. If it is right child, we will say right successor. Next point, any node in binary tree has either 0, 1 or 2 successor. Just like I talked about yesterday, that we have 1, 0 or 2 child. So we can say similarly 0, 1 or 2 successor. So in this figure, you can see that F, L, K, D and G. These node have no successor. So the node which have no successor, we say it is a leaf node. Okay. Now, another point. Suppose we have two binary tree, T and T dash. We will say that these both two tree, T and T dash, are similar. We will say T and T dash are similar curve if they have the same structure. If both have same structure, or in other word, we can say same shape. Like, see here, this A, B, C, D, this figure, and this A, B, C, D, both have similar structure, same shape are same. Then we will say both are similar. One more point, trees are said to be copied. We will say it is copied if they are similar and they have same contents also at corresponding node. So two tree may be both are similar, but it is not necessary that it is copied. But if both are copied, then it is necessary that both will be similar. For example, this figure in A and this figure in C, both are similar, and this figure is copied of this one. But this figure in D, E, F, G, H, both are similar. A and D are similar, but it is not copied. Why? Because here we have content A, here we have E, here we have B, here F. So content are not same, but the structure are same. So that's why we will say E, A and D are similar but not copied. So A, C and D, all three are similar, but this one A and C are copied. This one, it is not similar with anyone. So this is the, you should remember all these terms. Now, another point, like in this figure, we say D is descendant of A. Successor have direct relation, but just like we have relation in grandfather and the child of the, so same relation we have, A have child B, B have child D. So this D, we will say D is descendant of A. Similarly, this A is ancestor of D. Here C is ancestor of H and H is descendant of C. So this is another term, descendant and ancestor. D, F, H are our leaf node, you know, and we talked about the successor arms also. Okay. Another term we have, that is predecessor. Every node in binary tree except root node has a unique parent known as predecessor. Just like successor, we have term predecessor. Like D is successor of B. D is successor of B. Similarly, B is predecessor of D. So successor and predecessor are related. Sequence of consecutive ages is called a path. This is a new term, path. Sequence of consecutive ages is called a path. Like this A to BH and this B to DH. These consecutive ages will create a path. And a path ending in a leaf is known as a branch. So like this one, it is ended at D. So this path, we will say it is also a branch. So there are two terms, path and branch. Now, regarding label, I talked about every node in binary tree is assigned a label number. Root have label number 0 and other all node will have the label +1 with the label of its parent. Now, representing binary tree. Now, we can represent any binary tree by linked list and by array, both. So there are two ways, link representation and sequential representation by array. Both have its advantages and disadvantages. So firstly, I will discuss linked list representation. In array representation, we have requirement. The main requirement is direct access to root R and children of N. So firstly, we will discuss linked list representation. So suppose we have any binary tree, and by default, we can maintain by linked list, because linked list representation is most efficient one in general. If in a binary tree, most of the child suppose have either left subtree or right subtree empty, then it is always better to use linked list representation. So we can have three parallel arrays. This is the one way, and we can use dynamic memory allocation ways also. So like this is the for data field, and this is for the link for left subtree, and this is the link for right subtree. So root will contain, we can take a pointer root, it will contain the location of the root node. So you can see in this figure, we have a root pointer will point to the root node, and at each node we have three fields, one for data field, second one for left subtree pointer, we can say this is left pointer to point left subtree, and this is right pointer to point right subtree. So this left subtree pointer will point to this left child, and again similarly here the left child will have three field, the data field and left pointer and right pointer, and so on. So in this way you can see we can implement a binary tree. If this node, suppose this is a leaf node, no child, so this will be null pointer. Here we have null pointer. So in this way we can represent a binary tree by linked list. Now we can represent a binary tree by arrays also, and it is very much efficient one if our tree is complete binary tree or nearly complete binary tree. Complete binary tree means the all node have its maximum child, that is two child. So there will not be the case of empty entry, and hence the memory will be utilized. So array can be used for implementation. Suppose we have taken this array, and suppose this is the binary tree. So root can be stored at first index. You can see A is stored at first index. Its left child will be stored whatever the index this will have multiplied by 2. So the formula will be 2i. Left child will be at 2i, and right child will have memory location 2i plus 1. Remember, this I is index. This I is index of the array. So the left child 1 multiplied by 2, that is 2, and right child 2i plus 1, that is 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1, that is 3. So B is stored at index 2 and C is stored at index 3. Similarly, this B have empty left subtree. So its memory location 2 multiplied by 2, that is 4. It will be wasted. It will be wasted. Its child have right child B have. So its the index will be 2i plus 1, that is 2 multiplied by 2 plus 1, that is 5. So D will be stored at 5. Similarly for C, left child empty, 6 will be blank. C have right child, so E will be stored at 7. So in this way, if any left or right subtree is empty, that memory will be wasted. If it is complete binary tree, then it becomes mostly space will be utilized and it will be the efficient one. Now, as I said, wastage of memory in the worst case. A skewed tree of depth k requires 2 to the power k minus 1 spaces. Of these, only k spaces will be occupied. So in the worst case, most of the spaces will be underutilized. So you can see there are the 16 spaces, and we have all only 4 elements in this one. So insertion or deletion of the nodes from the middle of a tree require the movement of potentially many nodes to reflect the changes in the level of these nodes. So that's why most of the time we use linked list by default. But if the binary tree is a nearly complete binary tree or complete binary tree, then we use array representation. One more point, In the last lecture, I also talked about the depth and one point another here would like to discuss, that is height. Depth we see from the top and height we see from the leaf node to root. So both will have the same value. Depth or height of the tree is a maximum number of nodes in a branch of a tree. And we can have the formula for depth, d is equal to r plus 1. D is equal to r plus 1. It turns out to be 1 more than the largest level of binary tree. R is largest number of a level of any node of in the binary tree. So if the maximum length is level is 3, so the depth will be 3 plus 1, that is 4. Here in this figure, you can see it is a complete binary tree. So for this, array can be most suitable. So enough for today. In the next lecture, I will discuss traversing. Thank you.